quick training on how to create your client web. My client web I created in a program called Adobe Illustrator. For those that don't know what that looks like, that's this little AI thing here. If you don't have this program, it's more of an artsy, artistic program. If you don't have it, that's fine. I'm going to show you how to take what I made and create it in like PowerPoint, which is very easy to do. And then once you have it initially created, after that, then all you have to do is just add to it every day and check it off every day. So this is what mine looks like, so you can see. Now we're going to go over and we're going to open up a PowerPoint presentation. All we're looking to do is just create one main page from the PowerPoint. And once we have that, you guys can just go in and add to it daily. So we don't need any kind of template, so we're just going to cancel that. And we're going to do, oh, there you go. So there's a new one. So here we go. So a new page popped up, right? We just need one. Let's make it nice and big for you guys to see. So what we're going to do is we're just going to delete that. And we'll just leave this up and we'll make it as big as we can possibly make it. So we'll stretch and drag this all the way to the end. And now we're just going to start adding stuff into it. So the first thing we're going to do, actually, you know what? We don't even need to do that. Let me delete that. Okay, let's go to the shapes up here. See where it says Insert Shapes? We're going to start with the rectangle. Real simple. We're just going to drag a rectangle, just like that. And then if you double click in it, you can write in it. Generally, anyway. Alright, so we'll write some text. Let me see. Okay, so it's not giving us text. Alright, so then if it's not giving us text, what we'll do is, normally you're able to just click on it, but this case is not working, so no problem. All we're going to do is we're going to go to Insert, Text Box, and we're just going to draft a little box like that. And then we're going to type in me. And then all you got to do is move these boxes over and it'll actually fit it in. Okay, and grab it and drag it on top. So that's me. That's where you're going to start, right? So normally what I would do, as you can see in my other one that I did, me and then my PPV, which is personally purchased volume points. So again, I'm going to go Insert, Text Box, and I'll put right here a little box, and I'll go PPV, Enter, and I'm going to put 0.00 because that's what I have right now. I like my stuff to look neat, so what I'll do is I'll click in here and highlight the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to go over to the Home tab, and my justification here just shows center, so I'll center the text. And that's a little bit big. I'll probably bring it down to like 12, and I'll put that right next to it. Boom. So there we go. We started it out. That's how easy it is. If you want to title it like I did, it's really easy to do. I would basically put Insert, Text Box, grab a big box for over here, and I would type in Client Web. I like to make things look cool, so I'll go over to my fonts and find a cool font that I like. Actually, let's use Capture It for this one. So there's my Capture It font for my client web, right? I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So it stands out. Cool. And then I'll just, what I can do is I can click on this box. I can push Shift or Control C or Apple C to copy it, and then Control V or Apple V to paste it. So that way I don't got to go do the whole box. I'll bring that over, and then I'll type in here May 1, 2015. So now I know where I started, right? Again, it has to be kind of neat for me. I like things to look neat. Okay, so now that we have that, now we're just going to draw some lines. So here we go, lines and connectors. Just draw one line. Boom, you'll grab it here and just draw it straight down. So I'm going to start here. If you hold the Shift key while you're dragging, it'll stay straight. If you don't, you can go all over the place. So I just see, look, I just hit Shift and it goes straight. So I drag it as much as I want. Just drag a small line there. Then I'm going to drag another line. So go back to Shapes, back to Line, and I'm going to drag one line here all the way over here, holding down Shift because I'm anticipating a lot of clients. And then I'm going to grab that and just drag it over, holding Shift down all the way over there. So there's my front line that I'm going to add my clients to and or my members. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to go to, let's go to basic shape. So we'll go to circle, and I'm going to click the mouse and I'm going to hold down the Shift button, and it's going to draw a circle. So there's the size I want, right? Actually, I'll probably make it a little bit smaller. Oops. A little bit smaller. Well, that's fine. So then I'll click it right there, and that's going to be my first client. Now, I like to anticipate there's going to be lots of clients. So what I'll do is I'll just do copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, right? So I copy it first, which is on my Apple, it's Command or Apple C. On a PC, it'll be Control C. So for copy. So Control C, then I just have to go Control V, 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 V. I just keep hitting it till I get as many as I want, right? And then I can just go and start grabbing these guys and placing them where I want to place them. Eventually, you'll move these guys around as you're getting more people. You're going to need more room for them, which is a good problem to have. So let me just pop up a bunch of these right now, just so you can kind of see. All right. And remember, I'm putting all these things up because I'm anticipating that every single person I had last month in my web, Lisa and I, we had a web of, I think, 43. I'm anticipating they're all going to reorder and bring me clients as referrals. So I'm putting them all up there, right? There's that. There's that. There's that. And I'll highlight a couple of these, and I'll do Control C, Control V, and I'll drag them all over at the same time so I can save some time. Alright, let's just move this guy to the end just so it looks nice. Okay, so now I got all these different clients that are going to be coming up, right? Those are just my buttons. Now once you get a new client, you're going to want to add their name. And actually, I like to create this goals for the month, my client summary, and then the legend. So I'm just going to copy and paste this stuff, but I'll show you kind of how to make it. So client equals no circle. Okay, so we'll go down here. We'll type in our box, right? We'll just type in a box here for our legend. Okay, so there's our legend. And then we're going to go up here and go insert text box, and we'll pop one in here, right? And then we'll say what was it? Oh, client, member, supervisor, active member. So we'll go client space member space active member space or supervisor and active member. There you go. I'm going to go supervisor and active member. So I'm going to highlight them all because I want to make it smaller. I'll go back here to the home page and see where the font size is, and I'll click that down to like a 14. That way it fits. And then I'll drag this box over because I'm going to do another box right next to it. And I'll move it up just so it's justified how I want it. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Let me move these over just a little bit. Just tapping over the arrow keys. Okay, I need a little bit more space. Now I'm going to click on this box and drag it out a little bit. And then what we have is for a client, there's no circle. So then we're going to write a new box just like this. Now I can click on this box. I can push Control C, Control V, or copy paste. You can also right click it. I'm just doing that just to make it quick so I can line it up as well. So client is no circle, right? And then a member is a dotted circle. And then a supervisor is a square. And then an active member is a complete circle. Let's just say full circle. Okay, so now that I got that, I'll just drag this and bring it over to where it needs to be. So it lines up with this one here. Okay. And then I'll just draw exactly what that is inside in the middle here. So see how the legend here had no circle, dotted circle, square, and regular circle? So now we're going to basically take a circle here. Let's go down to basic shapes, circle, and we'll do if you hold down the shift, it'll make a nice round circle, right? So there's the regular circle. Now, let me see, I think I can, there we go. So if you double click it, you can go to your fill. Like if I want no fill, see up here, I'll just put no fill. So there's no fill in it, which is cool. That's what I want for that one. So that one is going to go down. Make sure you're selecting what you're moving. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Okay. Alright, sorry. Okay. go down here, and the circle is right here, full circle. Okay. And that fill, I can't see it, it's blue on blue. So this line, I'm going to go make it black. So now you can see it. See it right there? Okay. So now that we have that one, I can hit that. And I can copy and paste it. Control C, Control V. And let me just grab it and move it up real quick. That's going to be a dotted circle. So on mine, I can actually make it a dotted circle. Let me see here if I can do that or not. This is a different program that I'm using. Oh, here we go. So here's a dashed line. So if you go to line, go all the way down to dashed, and just hit that there. Let me see if it's going to do that for it. No, it's not doing it for the circle. So let me see. You know what? We'll come back to that. I'll come back to that and figure that out for you guys. But let's first just continue so we don't waste too much time. We'll go back to shapes, homepage shapes, rectangle. It's really a square. We're just going to hold the shift key down, make a little bitty square, right? We're going to go back up here. Oh, we're going to double click on it first. Double click on it. Then you're going to go to the fill. We want no fill. And the line, we want a black line. So as you can see, hold on a sec, sorry. Okay, go back to the line, fill it in black, grab it and drag that right here where it says square. This is just our legend that we're creating, just so we know. The dotted circle, we'll fix it a little bit later. I got to figure out how that works in PowerPoint. Okay, so now that we have our legend, now we're going to go over here and we're going to do all these goals. To make it quicker, I'm just going to copy and paste what I already have. Come over here and I'm just going to copy and paste. Now all you need to do is you can just, type it in. You can write in what your goals are. The goals for the client web generally is to get 20 frontline retail clients. And your clients, your coaches or your members that are not supervisors, their clients count towards yours as well. So, and if there's two of you, like a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, or just two people on the team, try and double it up, because both of you guys can hit those 20 clients underneath. Okay, so I'm going to take this and make this a little smaller so I can put it down in this legend. We'll bring it down here, right? And then that is our goals. So now that we have our goals, we have our legend. Now we'll finish writing in what it is we have. So when we get our first client, now that you have these here, all you're going to do is add them in. So let's just say we got, like on mine, this is from today. So Marshall, one of my members, he bought his own products today for 166 volume points. So all I'm going to do over here is I'm going to go to Insert, Text Box, type in there, and I'm going to type in Marshall. I like to put the last name just in a one letter, and then I'll highlight it and I'll justify it so it goes center. And then I want to make it smaller because there's going to be a lot of them. So I'll just put it like a 10, and I'll drag him over here. And then I'm going to slap a circle around him, and it's going to be a dotted circle, but because I don't know how to do the dotted circle just yet, we're going to just do a regular circle. And then I'll grab that and drag it just so it's big enough to fit around him, right? And then I'll pop him right there on Marshall. And I'll figure that to be a dotted circle. And then all I'll do is I'll do another text box, and what I do is I'll just click on this text box, copy paste, highlight the whole thing, and then Marshall's is 166.40, so 166.40, and then I'll drop that right underneath Marshall, and there he is, right? So there's Marshall. Then I look again and I had Franco. Now Franco is one of my members, one of our team players, but he's actually an active member, so he's actually actively building a business. Now I know he's going to have a bunch of clients that he had from last month, so I already made these things already happen. But all we want to do, he has one client that signed, that got on our program today for 244.06. So what am I going to do? I like to make things simple, so what I'll do is I'll highlight all this, right? I'll highlight that, I'll highlight that, I'll highlight that. I'll copy and paste it all. Then I'll move it over, and I'm going to put Frank over here because I know he's going to have a downline tree going on. So I'll click it over here, and then I'll just change what's in here. and now let's put in Franco, and Franco actually is a member, an active member, so he's going to stay full circle. And then what I'll do is I'll take this, because it's not Franco's volume, it's one of his clients. And then I'll just, instead of drawing another line, I'll just highlight this line, copy and paste it. I'll just drag it over here, bring it down a little bit, and then you can do the same thing here. I'll grab this line and I'll copy and paste it. I'll bring it over here, and because he doesn't have that many yet, I'm just going to drag it all the way across from the end, right? And I'll pop it right there. And then I'll do one of these. I'll copy and paste it, which again is Control C, Control V. Click that there. I'll grab Franco. I'm going to copy and paste it. I'll bring it down here, just the name. And his new client's name is Jessica V. Right? And the volume she ordered was 244.06. Click on this, 244.06. Boom. Now that's it. That's pretty much it. So as you can see, all I really did is I created the web, and I'm going to save this as a template in PowerPoint so you guys can actually have this exact file, change it however you want, get used to making it, and then I'll figure out, I'm going to see if I can figure out real quick how to make this a dotted line to make things easier for you. So just give me 1 second, bear with me. Let's see, line, okay, here we go, line, dashed, dotted line, there you go. So there's your dotted line. So we'll drag that here to a dotted circle, and then we'll do the same thing with Marshall's circle. We'll click on that. We'll go up to line, and you just see the box. That these things here are dealing with the actual shape, and then these things here are dealing with the text, like an effect on text. So we'll click on that, and then we're going to go to the line, and we're going to scroll down to dashed, and we're going to hit that first box, and boom, there's our dashed line. So now we know Marshall, he's a member, but he's not an active member. He's not actively building a business. He's just using and loving the products, which is great. We'll try to get some referrals from Marshall and see how he's doing, check in on him, and make sure he's getting everything taken care of. Franco, however, is an active member building a line. And so he's building his. He's got his first client of the month, Jessica in. So we drew that on. All you guys have to do literally is copy and paste from here. You can click these lines, you know, copy and paste. And if you don't know how to Control V or Command or Control C or Command C to copy, or Control V or Command V to paste, all you have to do is when you highlight something, just go up to Edit and go to Copy. And you see right here it gives you the shortcut. So it says, on a Mac, it says Apple C or Command C. And then if I want to paste it, Apple V or Command V, right? Same thing you'll have on yours. Okay, really simple. And that's easier to do. So when you're adding new people, just copy and paste. What I'll do is I'll highlight this whole thing. Like, I'll highlight this, you know, let's just say it's just that and volume and that. And I do Control C, Control V. Now I have them, and I'll just move them over, and they're already where I want them to be. Now, if Franco's not a member, my new person, I can just click on that. Let's just say that this is, you know, Jesse R, and then I'm going to grab his volume and bring it up, and he just bought a, you know, 125.01 volume points. So I just added him too. Now, another thing I like to do, which I'll add here for you guys, is this summary. So I'll bring it back over here. I'm just going to add summary, put it down here. This just helps me keep a tally. And then you guys can type this stuff in. And I just typed in, right? Let me see. Let's do summary. Okay. So then I'm going to highlight them all, and I'm going to make it smaller because it's too big for down there. 12. Right, there's my summary. Let me take that out. Okay, so now there it is. And then get my spell on. And I like to click like senior consultants. I'll change the color of the text. So I just go here to home, the text like senior consultants I want in red. Qualified producers, I'll put them in green. So I'll click this arrow, find a green for them. You know, supervisors, we'll put in, I don't know, let's go orange. So that way you can find out exactly who's doing what, okay? And then I'll go over here, and I'll click this thing here. Okay, copy. And I'm just going to paste it again. I'll drag this all the way over here. And then I'm going to highlight, oh, excuse me. I'm going to highlight. All right, there we go. I'm going to highlight all this stuff in here. I'm going to take it down to 12. Then I'm going to drag it over here, so just so it lines up. All right, and then I can just add 2 different columns. So I know I have one client, 166 volumes, 2 members, or 1 member, and then 1 active member. So I'm keeping track. And then I'm going to grab and just type in. Actually, if you double click, you can create a box without having to go insert box. And I'm just going to put summary. Keep that right there. Now, boom, there's my box. So that's my client web. I just created a client web. Took me, I don't know, 8-10 minutes or something. Once you get it done, then adding to it every day is super, super easy. So don't worry about that. You can make it look as nice as you want. And then what I do when I'm posting it into as a picture is I'll just take a screenshot. You can Google how to take a screenshot of your actual page. What I do, if you have a Macintosh or an Apple computer, you just push Control, Shift, and 4, and you'll see this thing come up. And then I just grab it from one side here, drag it all the way down while holding my mouse, and you'll listen for the click. It just took a picture. So then it puts it on my desktop, and I can attach that as a photo. So I'm going to put this in the page for you guys. Feel free to use it. Tag your team on it. Real easy way to make your web in PowerPoint. If you have Illustrator, you can make it in Illustrator as well. You can do a lot of cooler things in Illustrator, but it's a design program. It's not necessary. And again, guys, you don't have to do it this way. I do it this way because I get excited to wake up in the morning and check my web and see who's going and do my follow-ups and add to it. It's so much easier to do, and I get a great visual. And I'm a sloppy writer, so I can't read what I write anyway. So it's an easy way for me to get it done that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to shut this down right now and post it on the page.